In an unexpected twist, F1 has opened discussions with the GM or Cadillac side of what used to be Andretti Global's prospective F1 team regarding getting the team on the 2026 F1 grid. Just 2 months ago, you would have likely been right to assume Andretti should have just given up, but now things have suddenly gained momentum for this 11th team. Andretti name dropped. It has been known for some time that F1 would have been more keen for a manufacturer to have joined as an 11th team, even if it would have been preferred if said manufacturer would just buy out an existing team, like Audi's doing with Sauber, as F1 generally preferred not to have 11 teams on the grid in the first place. Andretti has reportedly given up more control and naming rights to General Motors in what could just be a way to fool F1 into accepting both the Andretti side and the Cadillac side under the Cadillac F1 team entry, before getting the Andretti name on the 2026 entry list later down the line once they were approved. Providing, of course, F1 wouldn't just bar them from entry, but that is unlikely. Michael Andretti reportedly just stepped down to help Andretti out, and they view giving GM more control and sole naming rights to the prospective team might help. Of course, a prospective Cadillac F1 team would still be run by the Andretti Global operation. So essentially, a bit like how Audi and Sauber will work together, with the Sauber side building the chassis and the Audi side building the engine.
Check one, check.
Michael Andretti's step down or sacking will have also helped the team progress. While there is still a considerable chance that this effort, without the Andrettis, fails, F1 wouldn't have opened negotiations with Cadillac if Andretti didn't step back. The new CEO of Andretti Global used to be his advisor and will no doubt have green-lighted Cadillac, essentially taking over the F1 operation, but it could also expose a personal vendetta against Andretti, who is seen as quite divisive within the F1 paddock. Outgoing Liberty Media CEO Greg Maffei was on the record suggesting that Michael Andretti would be rejected no matter the case. So the Cadillac team getting accepted with the Andretti side essentially being still rejected could expose even further the personal vendetta, even if the grid was expanded with the Andretti name. If this goes through, then it might suggest that Michael was the one to have held the entry back. Of course, the Andretti Cadillac naming is of course being relinquished, but joining for 2026 isn't really going to change too much. There's still going to have to be a customer team, as the Cadillac engine isn't ready until 2028 and can't be fast-tracked, without a repeat of the McLaren-Honda failures. It just isn't really practical. Maybe rejecting this approach of getting Andretti on the grid could be beneficial if it's not a personal vendetta.